Okay, the reason a former Alabama Attorney General and Governor was targeted by the Rove or the Republican or the Bush machine. What was the point?
Well, it requires, Mike, a little background.
Okay.
After the '92 presidential campaign, when Rove was running George Hubert H. Walker Bush's re-election campaign and lost to Bill Clinton,
mm-hmm.
he and his close friend, a man named Bill Canary, moved to Alabama. They came to Alabama. They both married girls from Alabama. Most people don't know that Karl Rove married a young lady from Mobile, Alabama, and his buddy, a longtime 25-year friend, Bill Canary, married a woman who was an assistant to the Attorney General of Alabama at that time. And Karl Rove settled on the Gulf Coast, built his home at a place called Rosemary Beach, where he has his home today. He and Bill Canary ran a lot of campaigns out of Alabama to take over the Alabama Supreme Court, as Karl Rove did in Texas. It was during that time that I had my first run-in with Karl Rove in 1994, when Karl Rove tried to steal his first election in Alabama, the race for the Chief Justice of Alabama. I was elected as a lieutenant governor in 1994. Karl Rove was there in 1998 when I was elected governor. His candidate then was the Attorney General of Alabama. Shortly after I was inaugurated in January of 1999, I endorsed Al Gore for president. Immediately thereafter, Karl Rove's client, the Attorney General, started an investigation. The comment by the Republican Attorney General from Arizona, Grant Woods, who said they couldn't beat Siegelman fair and square, so they targeted him with this investigation, is something that I'd like for your listeners to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I was going through my 4 years as governor, I brought in 5 automobile plants. We started construction on 1,000 new schools. We brought in Mercedes, Honda, 2 Honda plants, a Hyundai plant, Toyota. We were blowing and going. And I know this may offend some of your listeners, but I want to put my re-election in 2002 in context. I was the only Democratic governor running in 2002 who was endorsed by Charlton Heston, president of the National Rifle Association. Keep in mind that I am a Southern liberal,
mm-hmm.
And I have fought for civil rights. I've fought for the rights of minorities in Alabama. As Attorney General, I rolled back cases when they were offensive to standards of decency and justice. But I was endorsed by the National Rifle Association.
Mm-hmm.
In the face of the 2 United States Republican senators, Jeff Sessions and Richard Shelby, in trying to get them not to endorse me, I was heralded by the Kiplinger letter in 2002 as a viable candidate for Vice President of the United States in 2004. I was planning to hold George Bush's feet to the fire about the war in Afghanistan and Iran. I was also in Iraq, and I was planning to hold him accountable for his failed education policies and his economic policies. It was during that time that when the polls started showing that I would easily win re-election, that my troubles started with the state attorney general, who was Karl Rove's client.
Mm-hmm.
I think the answer to your question about why would Karl Rove be interested in somebody in Alabama, one, he has Alabama roots. He has Alabama connections. His
right.
wife is from Alabama. He lives on the Gulf Coast. He ran a bunch of campaigns here. I did battle with him in 94, in 96, in 98, in 2000, in 2002.
So it got real personal.
it got very personal. And you noticed when John Conyers asked Karl Rove to testify before the Judiciary Committee, he first said he would, then he said he wouldn't, then he said he would only testify if he was not under oath and if there was nobody there to take down what he had to say. Now he's planning to come back sometime, perhaps soon, before the Judiciary Committee in an informal setting, in a deposition-like setting where he will not be put under oath, but could be charged with lying to Congress. But, what I'm saying is that Karl Rove had every reason to go after me because I was beating him and the Republican Party in a Republican state, and I was also planning to take on George W. Bush in some of the primary states.
Don, we got a break again. Can you hold on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because we're just getting to the good part. So hold on till we come back after this break. We're talking with former Alabama Governor Don Siegelman. Stay with us. I'm Mike Malloy.